You look at your savings account, and it's kind of a joke, right? You work hard, you squirrel away what you can, but the interest it earns is pennies. Meanwhile, you hear the word inflation, and you just know that the $100 you saved today will somehow only feel like $90 next year. Your money is just sitting there, losing its power. But what if your money could get a job? Seriously. What if it could go out, work for you, and start bringing home its own paycheck? A paycheck that lands in your account every 3 months, or even every single month, whether you're working, sleeping, or on vacation. I know what you're thinking. Investing, stocks, portfolio. Those words sound complicated, scary, and frankly like something for people with fancy suits and way more money than me. It just feels out of reach. For the next few minutes, I want you to forget all the complicated charts and the fast-talking guys on TV. We're not going to use any high-level jargon. I'm just going to show you, like a friend grabbing coffee, how you can build your very own money farm from absolute scratch. A farm where, instead of growing corn, you grow cash. And the best part? The last step I'll share is the secret sauce. It's the one thing that turns this from a little garden into a massive, self-sustaining forest. Most people miss this. You won't. Jacques Brice. Step 1. Let's just call it profit sharing. Imagine you gave the owner, Tony, $100 to help him buy a new, bigger oven. To thank you, Tony says, you're a part owner now. You own one tiny slice of this business, and every quarter when we count up the profits, I'll give you your cut. That winter, the new oven is a hit. The shop makes a $10,000 profit. Tony hands you $5 as your share. You didn't have to toss dough. You didn't have to deliver pizzas. You just owned a piece of a successful business, and you got paid your share of the profits. Now, imagine doing that with companies like Apple, Coca-Cola, or Microsoft. That's all we're doing. A dividend stock is just a share in a company that is so good at making money, it has extra left over to share with its owners. That's you. Chartres, Step 2. Getting your shopping cart. Okay, so you can't just walk into a Starbucks and buy a share of Starbucks. You need a special shopping cart to hold all your slices of companies. This is called a brokerage account. This is the part that stops 90% of people, and it's literally the easiest step. It's not some exclusive club, it's just a website. If you can open a Facebook account or a new email address, you can open a brokerage account. It takes about 10 minutes. You can go with old-school giants like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or Vanguard. Or you can use a simpler app on your phone. The important part is that you just pick one and open it. Most of them are free to open and have $0 commission fees, which means it costs you nothing to buy your slices. That's it. You now have your cart. You're officially ready to start your farm. Ashiri. Step 3. Planting your first seeds. This is the big question. What do I buy? The sheer number of choices is overwhelming. We're not gambling here. We're not trying to find the next tiny explosive startup. That's for lottery tickets. We are building a farm. And what do you want on a farm? You want strong, reliable, proven plants. You want the old, sturdy oak trees, not the fragile flower that dies in the first frost. Option 1. The tried and true seeds, individual stocks. You can buy slices of individual companies, but we want the best of the best. We want the ones that have proven for decades that they love paying their owners. We're looking for companies called dividend aristocrats. This is a fancy name for a simple concept. These are companies in the S&P 500, the 500 biggest US companies, that have not only paid a dividend but have increased that dividend payment every single year for at least 25 years in a row. Think about that. They've paid more money through the 2008 financial crisis, through the dot-com bust, through the pandemic. Companies like Procter & Gamble, the people who make your toothpaste and soap, Coca-Cola, you know them, or Johnson & Johnson. These are boring, stable giants. And boring is beautiful for a dividend farmer. Option 2. The all-in-one garden kit, ETFs. This is by far the easiest way to start. Instead of trying to pick one perfect plant, what if you could just buy a starter kit that already has 100 of the best, most reliable plants in one box? That's an ETF, Exchange Traded Fund. There are ETFs specifically designed to hold only strong dividend-paying stocks. For the price of one share, which can be anything from $50 to a few $100, you instantly own tiny pieces of hundreds of companies. You are diversified, which just means not putting all your eggs in one basket from day one. You can look up popular ones like SCHD, Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, or VIG, Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF. You buy one share of that kit, and you're done. You are now a part owner of hundreds of companies, and you're set to receive all their dividends bundled into one simple payment. Longyears. Step 4. The magic. The aha moment. Okay, you did it. You bought your first seed kit, ETF, and 3 months later, bam, your first dividend payment arrives. It's $7. Kinda anticlimactic, right? You can't retire on $7. And this is where most people go, hey, this is dumb, and they pull the $7 out and buy a sandwich. But you won't. Because you know the secret sauce. The secret is a tiny little checkbox in your brokerage account called DRIP. DRIP stands for DIVIDEN, DREINVES, TMENTPLAN. When you check this box, you're giving your cart one simple instruction. When that $7 dividend payment arrives, don't give it to me. Use it immediately to buy me $7 more of that same stock. See what's happening? Your farm is starting to grow itself. Your dividends are now buying more shares, which will then pay you even more dividends, which will buy you even more shares. And on and on and on, faster and faster, forever, without you lifting another finger. This is how you go from $7 to $70, from $70 to $700, from earning money to building wealth. Your money farm is now automated. Step 5. Tending your farm, aka the mindset. You've done all the hard parts. You have your cart, you planted your seeds, and you turned on the magic grow button, drip. Now comes the only hard part, patience. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a get-rich-for-sure plan. Your job now is just 2 things. 1. Keep planning, every week, every month, whatever you can spare. Add $50, add $100. Keep adding new seeds to your farm. Consistency beats intensity every single time. 2. Don't dig up your seeds. There will be scary days. The market will crash. The news will be full of panic. It will be so tempting to sell everything. Don't. You're not a stock trader, you're a business owner. When the market is down, just ask yourself, are people still drinking Coke? Are they still brushing their teeth? If the answer is yes, then your companies are fine. In fact, your DRIP is just buying you more shares at a discount. That's it. That's the whole plan. It's not about being a genius. It's about being consistent, patient, and letting the 8th wonder of the world, compounding, do the heavy lifting for you. You're building a machine that will one day pay for your groceries, then your car, and then one day, your freedom. If this conversation helped finally make this stuff click for you, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started on this journey, and I don't want you to miss what comes next.